My current job is I am Director of Sustainability for J&J Flooring Group. What that basically means is I'm responsible for pretty much everything environmental. So reduced water, reduced electricity, reclamation, recycling, recycled content, certifications, really just everything associated with a manufacturer's environmental side I'm engaged with. I have been working at J&J for right at 5 years. I started there in 2012. What drew me to my current career, in fairness, it would be a slow transition. It's not like I woke up one day and said it's time to be a sustainability director. But I loved chemicals, I loved the environment, and blending those two together always made sense to me. And then I got involved in carpet reclamation, and that led more naturally to an expanded role in all things sustainable. So it's a slow progress to this point. Did God create me to be a director of sustainability? I will say this, God created me to be an engineer. He made my head to like math. He made my mind to like science in His environment. And so in that regard, yes. When I was 7 years old, I used to mix chemicals together. When I was in high school, I used to make fireworks and things that exploded. And when I was in college, I used to make bombs and touch-sensitive explosives. So I've always been a guy that's curious with chemicals and reactions. So yeah, God made me that way. And then I guess He's slowly but surely shown me what I'm to do. And again, I'm only doing it so I can share truth with other people. I do definitely see value in my job compared to how God made the world. It's really easy. Sustainability, the root word is sustain, and we get the word sustain from sustenance, and sustenance is simply life. So I have the privilege of helping create life. Who's the author of life but God? So my job, in all honesty, is an easy one to connect to God's mission, because He's asked us to be good stewards of His earth. He's asked us to care for it. And that includes everything, the water, the air, the land. And so, yeah, my job's an easy one to fit in. And it's not hard for me to see that every day. I integrate my faith and my belief in Jesus in work as much as I can, I guess in an ever-increasing way. That's a learning process. I wished I knew then what I know now and to have started earlier. But the truth is, what I'm doing is an opportunity to serve other people. And so, I'm always gracious to my fellow associates. I try my best to hear what they're doing and what they need and share God's Word. And then I have the privilege of being involved in work beyond just my employer. And so I'm involved in several community efforts like Carpet and Rug Institute, or something called CARE, Carpet America Recovery Effort. And so I get a chance to meet a lot of people unrelated to the company, and I go out of my way to make sure they hear truth. That's my favorite part, and I do try to share. So I can honestly tell you there's a man in Los Angeles, California, who is a non-believer, but I share with him truth as often as we talk. And slowly but surely, in fact, just the other day, he came up to me. He had traveled from Los Angeles to Georgia, and he gave me a hug. And you don't do that in business. And he even said, I know that's a little bit different, but I felt comfortable. And I realized then that all that time spent has paid off, and I have authority to speak into his life. So what a privilege that was. As far as what challenges I face to integrate my faith with my work, they're basically my own fleshly issues. For instance, it's so easy to go to work and only think it's about work. And that happens frequently. And I have to either correct that with some thinking, or maybe somebody says something and reminds me, no, Russ, it's more about God's work. And so it's a constant balancing, and I'm finding that it's easier to stay focused as I'm maturing constantly in my faith. And so it's not as hard as it was 5 years ago, and certainly wasn't, it's better than it was 10 years ago. I look forward to the time when it's never an issue.